What is up? It is Big Chart Trades back with another video, and this is probably one of my highest requested topics, change in state of delivery, right? This is a topic that a lot of people struggle with, and once you understand what a change in state of delivery actually is, I promise you everything will get so much easier. Change in state of delivery is basically a cheat code to catching reversals if you use it properly. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what a change in state of delivery actually is, how to identify one, when it's valid, and I'm going to show you some examples so you know exactly how to do it going forward. So by the end of this video, you should know exactly how to trade a change in state of delivery every single day. So basically, what does a change in state of delivery tell us? Okay, a change in state of delivery tells us that the market is going to reverse. Okay, it usually occurs inside of a higher time frame PD array, and it's our entry signal. So it's typically our last confluence that we use to enter a trade. One of the most important things to do when trading a change in state of delivery that a lot of people overlook is actually aligning your time frames. So if we're trading out of a 4-hour PD array, okay, you're going to use a 15-minute change in state. If we're trading out of a 1-hour PD array, we're going to use a 5-minute change in state. And if we're trading out of a 15-minute PD array, we're going to use a 1-minute change in state. So let me explain to you the two types of changes in states of deliveries. So a bullish change in state of delivery is a candle closure above the series of down close candles that swept lows. As you can see right here, we made this low right here. This is our sell side liquidity. We come up, trade higher, and then we go ahead and sweep that low, making a new low. This is our change in state of delivery level because it is above the series of down close candles that swept lows. These are all down close candles. So we swept lows here. We close above this change in state of delivery level, and that is our change in state of delivery to the upside. Now to the downside, it's just the opposite. So it's a candle closure below the series of up close candles that swept highs. So these were previous highs. Price went ahead and swept it in this series of up close candles, made a new high, came down, and then this candle that closed would confirm our change in state of delivery to the downside. Now that you understand what a change in state of delivery is, I'm going to show you on the chart. Okay. And after I show you on the chart, I'm going to show you when it's valid, and I'm going to show you some examples of how you can use it in your trading. So that being said, let me show you right here. This is our first example on the 5-minute time frame. As you can see, where are highs? This is the highest high that we have. So where's a series of up close candles that swept? This is the series of up close candles that swept this high right here. This is a new high. So a closure under this green candle would be our change in state of delivery right here. Let me highlight that for you. This candle right here changed the state of delivery. So a lot of you may be asking, how do you know? How do you know that it's going to change in state of how do you know that it's going to change the state of delivery? How do you know that that's actually going to happen? Well, let me show you. So let's act like we're trading this midday. Okay. There's nothing here. Okay. There's nothing here. And I can tell you why, because this isn't a valid change in state of delivery level, right? This made a new high, but let's say we even go to this candle. Okay, how do we know that this isn't going to be a change in state? Well, we're waiting to trade until price closes under this leg. So this could have been the change in state if price closed under this leg, but let's see what happens. Price never goes ahead and closes. It wicks, right? But it never goes ahead and closes under that leg. It puts in this new high, okay? So right here, this is the new change in state level. Why? Because we have this down close candle right here. Okay, remember, a bearish change in state of delivery is a closure below the series of up close candles that swept highs. So this is the series of green candles that swept highs, right? This is the highest high. So we're waiting for a closure under this level, and that is our confirmation, right? So let's see what happens. Boom, that's our closure. That's our confirmation to go short. We go ahead and go short, and let's see what happens. We go ahead and trade back into there, and we go and dump. So the funny thing about change in state of delivery is it actually also acts like an order block. It essentially is an order block. So as you can see, we tap right back into it, and then we dump. Okay, and that's typically the case with a lot of change in state of delivery levels. So I'm going to go ahead and pause right here, and I'm going to find a bullish change in state of delivery so you can understand that. Okay, so here is an example of a bullish change in state of delivery. As you can see, we swept lows right here, right here, these down close candles. So a candle closure above these down close candles would confirm the change in state, right? Because in order for a bullish change in state of delivery to be valid, we need a closure above the series of down close candles that swept lows. So we made a new low right here. This is that series of down close candles. If you can't see it, let me just, right here, this is the series of down close candles that swept lows. So this candle closure right here is the confirmed change in state of delivery. Let me just draw that out for you so you understand. This is the candle that changes state of delivery. Now, I typically like to wait for a pullback if the candle is this large. So what I would do here is I probably wouldn't have entered on this candle closure just because this is quite a big stop, right? We usually put the stop at the low. That is a 100-point stop, which is just not ideal at all. So what I would usually do is wait for a pullback. Since we made a fair value gap right here, I would have probably entered on this candle, one of these candles right here that pulled back into that fair value gap, or I would have entered here, which would have been a nice little trade targeting this high right here, you know, but that is how you trade a change in state of delivery. Now, really, something really important to note. There are multiple things that go into a change in state of delivery. Now, I can make videos on all these separate things, but I figured, I'm making this video on a change in state of delivery. Why not include these in today's video? So there are two things that go into a change in state of delivery. There is standard deviation projections, and then there is entry model. So first I'm going to get into standard deviation projections, and then I'm going to show you my entry model. So standard deviation projections. If you take the leg, the manipulation leg that put in the low for the change in state of delivery, right? This is the low that it put in. So you take your leg, you use the fib retracement tool. Take the bottom leg to the body that confirmed the change in state, okay? Now what this gives us is projections on where price is going to go. And how do we use these projections? Well, price usually, this is for the first target for price, right? -2, -2.5. If we go a little bit higher, this is where price is likely going to reverse. Now, as you can see, price literally took a while, but price ended up tapping into this -4, -4.5 zone. And look what it did. Immediately reversed. Okay, so usually if price is going to expand, price will blow past this -2 and the -2.5 range. Okay, if price is going to expand, price will typically blow past it. Okay, if price is going to reverse, price will typically reverse out of this range. This -4 and -4.5 zone, this is max expansion. So price will typically always reverse at this -4 and -4.5 range. That is max expansion. And as you can see, price pulled into this zone and immediately reversed. Now, I don't use standard deviation projections a lot, but every now and then when I don't really have a good understanding of where price is going to go, if this is really helpful when there's not much liquidity. So here, I'll show you here. In our most recent leg, 15-minute. Let's see this. So we got this change in state of delivery right here. Okay, this was the first example I showed you. Okay, this change in state of delivery. Let me zoom in. Right, this series of up close candles swept highs. Right, we needed a candle closure below it. This is the candle. Wait, it might have been this candle. Let's see. So it was this candle that changed the state. You see that closure right there. Let me make this 1 point. Yeah. So this is actually the candle that had the change in state. So what I would do here, look at that highlighter, did not work, but you get my point. What I would do here, did not want to do that either. What I would do here is take the standard deviation from the manipulation high, so this high, to this candle closure right here, which confirmed the change in state, and look for that max expansion. So we just traded into that max expansion Friday. But you see, gives you a relatively good idea of where price is going, because before this, we only had this information, right? So once we got that change in state, couldn't really understand where price is going, didn't really have a good idea of it. This sort of helps you identify, okay, this could be my first target for liquidity, negative 2.5 range, right? And then something like this, right, would be my last target, my final take profit. So that's how you use standard deviation projections. If you need the settings for it, here, I'm going to put it up right here. Wait a second. You can go and screenshot right here. Okay, I'm going to scroll a little bit, go and screenshot. This is all the settings I use. Basically, everything's off except the 0, 1, -1, -2, -2.5, -4, -4.5. Okay? And then blah, blah, blah. Now you have it all. Okay? That's basically it. So now I want to show you my entry model and how you can use a change in state of delivery to actually validate an entry. Let me pause right here and show you how. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'd understand that I trade the 10 a.m. PO3. Okay. So there are a few things that are very important to note when you're trading this model. Okay, you need a higher time frame PD array for price to pull into, and you need lower time frame execution. So on this lower time frame execution, we look for a buy side or sell side sweep, so liquidity sweep. We look for SMT with ES, and then we also look for a change in state of delivery, and the change in state of delivery is actually what validates our entry. So as you can see, I'm in the replay feature right now. It is currently, I'm waiting for the 2 p.m. candle to open. I anticipate price to trade into this bearish 4-hour fair value gap, which it does. And if you remember what I said at the beginning of this video, 4-hour PD array aligns with what? It aligns with a 15-minute change in state. So we're going to go drop to the 15-minute and look for an entry. Okay, we just traded into this 4-hour, 15-minute. What do we see on the 15-minute? Well, we see a few things. We see price trading into this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is mark out this high. Okay, I'm going to mark out the side. This is buy side liquidity. Let's see what happens. Price goes ahead and takes buy side liquidity. So at this point, this is the change in state of delivery level. Because remember, change in state of delivery, bearish change in state of delivery, is a candle closure below the series of up close candles that swept highs. Well, we just swept highs. So let's see what happens. Okay, that is the candle that confirmed the change in state of delivery. I'm assuming there is some sort of SMT here with ES. Since I'm in the replay feature, I can't check, but I'm assuming there's SMT with ES. So we have the things here. We have higher time frame PD array, which is the 4-hour fair value gap, right here. We have the lower time frame liquidity sweep, right? We swept buy side right here. Okay, we have the lower time frame SMT with ES. Okay, I'm just assuming it. And then we have the lower time frame change in state of delivery. So this would be an actual good trade right here for sells. So this is every single thing checked off. We have that. We pulled into that 4-hour PD array. We aligned our time frames. We're on the 15-minute time frame now. We swept highs. We have SMT with ES, and we have a confirmed change in state of delivery. Well, how do we have a confirmed change in state of delivery? Because we closed below the series of up close candles that swept highs right here. In this candle right here. So you can see, we're not wicking. This is a wick. We're not wicking. We're closing. Okay? Closing. The body. You see the body closed below this change in state of delivery level? That's a confirmed change in state. So with that being said, what I would do is I would target these lows, okay, for a, let's see what our multiple this trade is. Short position right here. Stop it, go here. This is a 2.06R. Obviously, it's a big range because we're on the 15-minute time frame, but let's see what happens. Go ahead and right there. Go ahead and take profit right there. And we ended up trading all the way into these lows down here, right here. But yeah, or I guess we didn't take these lows, but we took this low. So this was a full, if you held all the way through, this would have been a crazy 4.5R, 1,270 tick, 317 point trade right there with these confluences. So this is essentially the 4-hour PO3. And now you should have a great understanding of how change in state of delivery actually works and how to use it in your trading every single day. So if you're watching this video and you didn't previously understand how to trade a change in state of delivery, just remember 3 things. Let me write them out from you right now. This could be a final recap for you. So as a final recap, right? A bullish change in state of delivery is a candle closure above the series of down close candles that swept lows, and a bearish change in state of delivery is a candle closure below the series of up close candles that swept highs. Now you can combine change in state of delivery with everything else to further validate your entries. Anyways, I hope this video helped. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be making tons of more content just like this, literally giving you guys everything I know about trading. So just like any other video, I hope this video helped. Like, comment, subscribe if you want. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, follow me on TikTok, blah, blah, blah. You know the whole deal. Have a great fucking day. Peace.